There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hup.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Giant defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throwing. Love. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Packers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. Down the left sideline. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 79 yards. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Love, he's going to change the play here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
At the Giants' 25-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
3rd and 8.
Go, check. Go, check.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A 28-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
And
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But
oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take him all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Robinson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Looking to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. The extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's a short one cut. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Love now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here we go, Shaq. Come 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Go! 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Love, this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Tucker Kraft from 3 yards out. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Escapes the defender, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And got his man, complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They'll drop to throw. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, now they'll try the end around. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Love looking to throw it. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 3. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
In motion comes the tight end left. Second and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Robinson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to an end. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, set.
They'll set up to throw. Again, it's Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Touchdown, Giants! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you? Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Just keeping the play alive. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Nick Bolton getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. York on now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Next to score, Packers 66, Giants 41.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Love. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Throwing, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw now, here's Love. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This one to Slayton over the middle. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Back to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a